I don't know if I'm gonna post this video because I'm always so busy now. Work, like many of you all. Probably not. But it's just some real stuff. As far as, particularly for us men. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that in a few seconds. But I'm gonna title this video, if I do post it or if that does happen, I'm gonna title it "They'll Spit on Your Grave," man. As far as just how cruel that some people would be, particularly as far as a guy trying to be out here, as far as the date world related, as far as even talking to, being nice to others, being a gentleman, being the one who provides, or being the one who, provides, as far as the one that goes out of his way, and the other person very limitedly going out of theirs, like thoughtful in any time, like this year, last year, year before, whatever. I'm just speaking on general, something that I've been having thoughts on, never really had the chance to really mention. Some people so cruel, man. Some people is so cruel, no matter how much self-improvement you do as a man. And like, look at myself, keep myself sharp. You can't see right now, but I keep my hair nice. I stay working. I'm always at work, sometimes 4 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. Stay working so I have money, taking care of the car so I don't require nothing. I pull up, I break bread, thoughtful things, all of that. I'm a man who embodies some of those things, and it still don't even matter. So it goes to show, still don't even matter, man. Some people still cruel as far as certain things, right? So the reason that I mentioned the reason that I mentioned particularly for men is because, real quick, the difference between men and women is that us men have to go in and give out the praise and or chase, as far as related to association, as far as related to that type of association or that type of connection, stuff like that. You can't talk to me in this time now, as far as women and men, as far as work, because it's completely equal. Can't talk to me as far as about any kind of rights, because they're all now been for like 30 plus years, 40 plus years, completely equal between men and women. Completely equal. Pay, jobs, some jobs, many jobs is even more women than men. College related, more women than men. So everything is completely equal, and has been for decades and decades, almost a century. The thing that's different, if we're going to talk about the only difference, is that a woman will get praised. A woman will, rather she's at her job working or she's doing some kind of venture, she will get chased or sought after and given praise. Whereas with us men, we don't get none of that. We don't get that praise. We don't get that attention sought after. Very rarely. So those things come to women in the world we live in. But to men, we have to put ourselves out on a limb and hope and pray that we don't get banished from the world and things like that. You know, we have to hope and pray that, you know what I mean? So anyway, I don't want to make it too long. But that being said, that's why I mentioned particularly for us men, because many of the women, those things come to you all. It comes to you. Sometimes gifts, free, praise. You get praised just by doing your thing and just minding your own business, and you know that sometimes some of you all just get praised. It comes to you, whereas us men have to hope and pray that we don't get dogged out and put down and dissed at, things of that nature. It's where you end up with ones like myself who try to really like constant self-improvement and trying to constantly, so yeah. So as I mentioned, it's cruel things, man, straight up. Ones like myself, as far as full-time work, 40 plus hours now, not like 2023, certain jobs, 30, but 40 plus, grinding. Even when not working, sometimes I have to do side gigs, like many of you all, I get it, grinding to us. And so some things, man, for us men, it's a shame that it gotta be so cruel. You would think that some would be nicer to us, given that, especially if you, like myself, constantly a man of self-improvement. What can I work on? What can I do more thoughtful on? A man like myself, taking care of my ride, pulling up, working, have money on deck, things stable on deck. Like I mentioned, another thing for us, man, like I mentioned sometimes, that never criticize. Embodying like myself, reducing the never criticize, just let people be how they be. It's how I am. I just let people be how they be, and just many of the time I don't even say nothing. More quiet type, or else they're gonna judge you, especially as a black man or any kind of man. They're gonna judge and feel like you this and you that, but you really might be the biggest gentleman. Constantly self-improvement, like I mentioned, not criticize, but just let them do what they do, and me, myself, just going to work, just crushing the grind, always at work, always, taking care of errands on the side of that. Another thing, limit certain things, limit certain things. Like a lot of time when I ride, I'm not playing music. This is things that I wanted to take the time to mention. Some of us men, man, because other than that, it's cruel toward us a lot of the time, man. It shouldn't be like that. Man like myself, or me as myself, self-improvement, always increasing hours, 40 plus hours, is always at work, real early in the mornings, limited sleep, still going, taking care of responsibilities, sometimes boring, simple things, kindness gestures, thoughtful gestures. So that's just a few things, man, Limit certain things. Think about just watch out here, man. It's like crazy. Like me, like I said all the time, I'm grateful as far as full-time work, place, ride, taking care of responsibilities. Even more, certain things, even more, never mention anything. Mellow tone, just chilling. laid back, things like that, you know. So, but to many, it don't even matter. All of that, man, it's something don't matter. That's why it's like, shout out to just like I just mentioned, as far as ride, place, career, grinding, because man, it just be BS out there for you, for us, you know, for us, man, and stuff.